All right, court is calling 2023 CR 7727, State of Texas versus Sean Patrick Cormie. Can I have parties announced for the record for the State of Texas defense? And are you Mr. Corm? Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Cormie, before your attorney showed up this morning, you informed the court that you just wanted to be done with this and sign for anything or whatever. And I instructed you that there are consequences for signing for anything. You understand? All right, you've already been sworn in. Can you state your name for the record? I'm happy. All right, you understand if you want a jury trial, the court will give you a jury trial. And so I don't want this to be a situation where this is rushed in any form or fashion. So have you had ample time to speak with your attorney? Yes, sir. And considering all the consequences of entering a plea, in this case, do you still wish to go forward? Yes, sir. And you understand that there are other consequences other than, so now this is a misdemeanor. So this is all that I'm facing. There are consequences as far as perhaps job opportunities and other collateral consequences from entering into a plea. Do you understand that? Yes, ma'am. And have you had a chance to discuss with your attorney the consequences collaterally of entering plea in this case? Yes, ma'am. And so do you wish to go forward with the plea? Yes, ma'am. And counsel, have you had ample time to discuss with him all consequences? Yes, Your Honor. This past month, we've been talking about various different options for... Okay. And my understanding is there was a discussion, and this was on the record. So I'm not entering into plea negotiations because both parties discussed it with me. There was an attempt to have him considered for misdemeanor drug court. Yes, it's referred to now as Camino Court. But yes, we've been for the past couple weeks. We've been trying to get him into it, but I was told by the court yesterday afternoon that he wasn't going to be accepted. Okay, and you're aware of that? Yes, sir. All right, counsel. Have you received all the discovery in this case? And did you review it with your client? Have, Your Honor, and I didn't. Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery, Mr. Cormie. I'm going to show you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Yes, ma'am. State. Are you proceeding on the indictment as presented, Judge? We're going to be proceeding on the lesser included offense of a assault or bodily injury as a Class A misdemeanor. Any objection? We have no objection. Going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants' Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Yes, ma'am. Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault of a bodily or bodily injury of a security officer as a class of misdemeanor? Range of punishment for that offense is up to 400 fine and up to a year in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand? Yes, ma'am. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow that plea if for any reason the court doesn't follow that plea and gives you more than you bargain. For the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw that plea. Did you understand? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defense? The judge once again demonstrates the importance of patience, especially when dealing with someone who treats serious matters like they are signing for a pizza delivery rather than being part of a criminal court case. Luckily, this isn't a fast food window, and someone needs to remind people that life-changing decisions deserve more attention than choosing what to watch on Netflix. He has, Your Honor. Do you believe he has a rationale, as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him? I do. Do you believe he's currently confident and was legally sane? At the time of the offense, sir, court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Yes, ma'am. According to the plea, there's a $500 fine. The state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault. They're recommending deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea? Yes, ma'am. Defense, yes, Your Honor. State, yes, Your Honor. But, I believe that fine is supposed to be probated. Next, I'm showing you, outside the plea bargain agreement, state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 12 months. There be a TAP evaluation, 80 hours of community service restitution. No contact with target at 746 Northwest Loops, 410-78216. And James Travis. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Yes, sir. Then to the less included offense, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest? No contest. State any evidence, state. All proceed to one and all attachments. No objection. Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states Exhibits 1 and attachments. Court has reviewed the same. Court will find there sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding? When sentencing, yes, sire. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client, Your Honor? I would just say that, at some point, my client doesn't necessarily want to move quite yet. He's working with his mother, who works in Oklahoma. He does have some intention of moving back to Oklahoma to do some inpatient treatment facility with his mother. At some point, Your Honor, we may approach about getting the probation transferred, but other than that, nothing all. Right? So why is he not wishing to go to Oklahoma? Now, why not? I'm good. I'm all good here. I want to stay here, so. It's been a conversation that we've been having with his parents. Hishi's father lives in San Antonio. His mother lives in Oklahoma, and they don't have everything set up for him to go there yet. So he's wanting to stay here until things get set up in Oklahoma. They don't know exactly how long that's going to take. Okay, are you originally from Oklahoma? From California. All right, what's up with this Texas neck tattoo? You want to know the full story? Or, oh yeah, my first line crystal meth I went down to the hill in Islam. My hand on the pavement started crying, was bleeding, and then I went to go get the tattoos on the side of my neck. Yeah, it's pretty stupid. So your eye was high. Oh, okay. All right. And so what are the other tattoos? Never give up. And then wisdom, brokenness, and then strength, and then family, and then panther. And then I believe I can do all things through Christ. So how often are you using crystal methu? I was using it pretty much every day shooting up, but I'm done with that. I just started shooting up, but I'm ready to go get help and stuff and go to rehab and give my life to God. Like I'm done. Dedicating my way doesn't work. So I'm ready to get help. Okay. When's the last time, before being taken into custody, when's the last time you did crystal meth? Probably about 7 months, 7 months ago. Now, so I've been in here for like almost 5, okay. So it's still clear to me that you need inpatient treatment. It's easy. Well, I don't want to say easy. It's less difficult to get clean at the Bexar County Jail and focus and see where you're going wrong than in the free world. Lifetime recovery would probably accept him. The only issue, Your Honor, with staying in San Antonio, I spoke to his father at night. Well, no, he's not going to Oklahoma. Where would he be going? I don't remember the treatment facility over there. But I do know that his father doesn't want to help him over here. Even with drug court, he didn't really want to participate. His father didn't want nothing. Says, I'm turning my life around like sharing your meth-fueled tattoo stories in open. Court, thankfully, the judge kept things on track, managing a messy mix of half-hearted rehab plans, parental neglect, and confusion about geography. Like a pro, someone had to take charge. And luckily, it wasn't the guy who thought getting a neck tattoo was a good way to celebrate after a crash. Cly 3, this judge deserves a standing ovation and maybe even a sainthood nomination for her patience here. She is practically giving this guy a step-by-step guide to adulting from jail to rehab, sober living, and employment. Meanwhile, he's out here, confused about whether he's buying a gas station or applying for a job at one at 27 years old with no kids and a meth-fueled tattoo story. His getting a life plan more detailed than some people's 5-year goals. The judge didn't just lay down the law. She added tough love, real talk, and a reality check that hit harder than his head did on the pavement. No, I mean, how old are you? 27. All right, he's 27. He doesn't need his father. Participate, you can go from here into lifetime recovery. Then after he completes their inpatient there, they actually have a sober living facility they could probably place him at so he could get on his feet. I mean, you're 27. It's really past time for you to be dependent on your parents to live with them and for them to get you employment and for them to do all of that. It's time for you to start doing that. I understand that sometimes children fall on hard times because my mom said, honestly, when you have children, they never really grow up. They constantly know they have their safety net, and their safety net is I can go to my parents' house and grocery shop. I don't have a place to stay. My parents going to let me stay, but it'll probably be best for you not to do that. So from the Bexar County Jail, we're going to see if we can get you into lifetime recovery inpatient with them, and then from there, if you're doing everything that they're supposed to do, they'll probably set you UP with sober living. And usually with their sober living, they will have you there for at least 6 months and make sure that you're earning money, setting money aside. So then they can have you like a bird and you can fly and leave the nest. But I don't want to have you go from the Bexar County Jail to wherever you're going to go and set you up for failure, because then you know what's going to end up happening. A motion to revoke is going to be filed and you're going to be right back here. All. Right? Do you have any children? No, ma'am, that's a good thing. How far did you go in school? My senior year, you graduated, I graduated. So what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life? For employment-wise, what do you want to do? I was going to go buy at a gas station and, just stay sober and save up. Wait, buy a gas station. No, work at a gas station. Oh, okay. I was like, okay, what are you doing to see? I was going to say, what are you doing to buy a gas station? All right. So this is what we're going to do. It's 1 year deferred adjudication, $500 fine. That would be probated. We'll do a tape valuation. And since I'm asking that he go to lifetime recovery, if he's placed in lifetime recovery before his tape valuation is done, great. How long does it take the TAP evaluation? If they're in custody, a week and a half. Okay, so we'll say TAP evaluation while in custody. But probation knows and the clerks know that if you're transferred, if lifetime recovery says, oh, we'll take him today, then lifetime recovery will take the president over the tape valuation in custody, and then will dial you regular reporting by Zoom or in person. The UA hotline proof of employment within 45 days of release, no employment as a home healthcare provider, or with minors, 80 hours of community service restitution. If he enrolls in trade school or gets some sort of certificate, then those hours will be waived. If not, you have to do 80 hours of community service or higher level education. There's to be no contact with James Travis or Target at 746 Northwest Loop 410, San Antonio, Texas 78216, and field visits 1 time per month for 3 months and probation. You can see if a MC evaluation is needed. Sometimes drugs mess with the brain, so we'll see what's going on with that. Probation is there. Anything else he needs? Okay. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? No. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I take no pleasure in sending people to prison or sending people to the jail. But I will if it's warranted. If there's an issue, let probation know about it. Because in this court, communication is key to be successful. If you feel like they're not addressing your issue, you can always come back to the court and tell me, hey, judge, I tried to ask them about this, and they're not addressing my issue. Do not disappear. Always report. You understand? All right. Court is calling 2023 CR 7727, State of Texas versus Sean Patrick Carmy. Can I have parties announced for the record for this? This judge is delivering some real talk with no filter at 27. This guy has been in front of her more times than anyone should ever have to be. She's giving him a wake-up call. Straight from life's toughest reality check. There's no sugarcoating. She's laying out the hard truth. Keep messing up and prison is where you're headed. Anna Ua. Nelson, defend the defendant, all right. And are you? Sean Patrick Carney? Yes, ma'am. Carmiss Ori going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter, Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Yes, ma'am. Are you the same? Sean Patrick Carmy, who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 7727 for the offense of assault bodily injury on October 31st, 2023, for a period of 1 year. Is that you? Yes, ma'am. All right, state. Violated condition. Number 1 honor about the 29th day of November 2023 in Bay County, Texas. The defendant Sean Patrick Carmy committed the offense of theft in violation of condition number 1. How do you plead to that? True or not true? True. The state waives and abandons all remaining allegations. Objection. All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true. Grant the motion. Find you guilty. Sentence you up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine. Yes, ma'am. Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1? Yes, ma'am. Court will find violation of condition number 1. True. Is there a potential agreement? There is this time. We agreed for revocation. and that the defendant be sentenced to 1 year in the Bay County Jail with credit for time served, all right? And what is happening with the cases that are listed, those 2 cases have been taken care of, Your Honor, on December 11th. The case that he just pled to, he was judgment set, and there was another case, and that was dismissed. And both those happened on December 11th. Okay, are you asking the court to follow this agreement? Yes, Your Honor, he has 172 days credit. We're asking that you give him any and all credit, and I don't know if he's getting 2 for 1 at the Bexar County J. Are you asking me to follow this agreement? Yes, ma'am. Are you waiving your right to appeal? Yes. All right. The court will follow your agreement. The court will find you guilty, revoke, sentence you to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail, give you credit for any time served. There is a $4,000 fine time, and money will run concurrent. There should be no contact with target all, right? Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing? No, judge, no. You Honor, going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. You probably want to go around your right. I would probably fall. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Yes, sir. All right. Because this is a plea bargain agreement. Because I followed your plea bargain agreement. And because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand all? Right, we can go off the record. How are you? All right, so you're going to have to stop the nonsense. I remember you being before me many of times, not an orange. So do you like being in custody? No, ma'am. So you're going to have to change what you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself spending time in custody in this county, other counties, and then guess what's going to end up happening? At some point in time, you're going to end up at the prison, and then you're going to wake up and half your life is going to be gone. Because I will tell you from experience, once you hit 21, it's time just starts flowing so quickly off the calendar. Next thing, you know you're in the twilight of your life.